Lil Kano on the track.
Verdict Studios.
Carlos, plug me in radio. Y'all better get ready. Tune in. It's about to go down. Plug me in. Radio. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You listen to. Plug me in. Plug me in. Radio. See you listen to. Plug me in. Plug me in. See you listen to. Plug me in. Plug me in. Radio. You tune in to. Plug me in. Plug me in. I'm running. Plug me in. Plug me in. Radio. Plug me in. Plug me in. See you listen to. Plug me in. Plug me in. Radio. Plug me in. Plug me in. Oh. Lil Kano homeboy in the building. Yeah, you know I be acting bad. Yeah, I hooked up with Carlos. Yeah, that plug me in on your podcast. Verdict Studios in the mix. Get your press kit right on your fix. They was looking at me cause they know the mix. It be off the chain, Kano on the We be worldwide, better check the stack. Don't get the camera, Carlos, bring them back. She done dropped it down, laying on the back. She done made a dance, shorty, where you at? Homie worldwide, yeah, that's straight fact. Get your social media on track. Better keep your radio on max. When you hear this, you gon' love that. Kano get it how we live it, what it does that. You can come and get a street and make a buzz back. They be talking about they gotta better get racks. You be messing with the man, you better have racks. Out of cash, they be ducks like air flat. Like the guy called man with a half tag. With a plug me in radio, better get it together. You're messing with a man like God. Plug me in, plug me in, radio. See you listen to, plug me in, plug me in. See you listen to, plug me in, radio. You tune in to, plug me in, plug me in. I'm running, plug me in, radio. Plug me in, see you listen to, plug me in, radio. Plug me in, oh.
You're listening to The Ryan Show. This is The Ryan Show. You're listening to The Ryan Show. This is The Ryan Show.
Hey, man, this is your boy Carlos, plug me in radio. Y'all know what time it is. This is The Ryan Show. Tune in.
This is The Ryan Show.
Hey, man, the only place I go every night is The Ryan Show.
Captain Stage, Mr. Cheeks and myself.
Check us out for an hour, enjoy yourself.
Or maybe more.
Good music and special guests. Listen, we the best, forget the rest.
It's just me and Ryan, Cheeks the team. Yeah, we about to reign supreme.
Come on.
Yeah, we coming over and we taking the scene. Yeah, we should be on that limelight up on the screen. Yeah, you know my team. Yeah, we really just doing this. Flew it up every time we really just moving this.
Yeah, man, we mix it up. So all of my fellas and chicks with us. Hey, best believe we the new wave. Mr. Cheeks, Rob Boogie, and Anthony Dave. Let's go.
You're listening to The Ryan Show. This is The Ryan Show. You're listening to The Ryan Show. This is The Ryan Show. You're listening to The Ryan Show. This is The Ryan Show. You're listening to The Ryan Show. This is The Ryan Show. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
boys and girls, this is the Halloween episode of The Ryan Show FM. So be locked and loaded, ready to roll, because we're coming at you like some goddamn horror movie villains.
Word to mother. What's up, man? Let's get it popping in there, baby. It's that time again of the year where, you know, you get your kids all scared. You get your scary movies are running all month. Oh, yeah. Jason is back. Tommy's in the building.
The marathon continues.
The marathon continues. It's crazy.
Horror movies galore, and I've been watching them myself. Mr. Cheeks, have you been watching your fair share of horror movies for 2019?
Hell yeah.
And I gotta ask, what is your favorite horror movie? There's a lot of horror movies out there.
Man, I'm a regular season Halloween dude, man. I love the first Halloween. It's like, I just love it. You know what I'm saying? Brings that feeling back when I was younger. And just, you know, yeah. You know what I mean? That intense, that's great, that crazy joints right there. That's a
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Titties pop out. Let's go.
Donald Pleasance. Donald Pleasance was a good horror movie hero too.
Word.
Michael, he's a psycho.
Michael's crazy. I be calling him Tommy. His name is Michael. Who's Tommy?
So you were referring to Michael Myers as Tommy. I was wondering who Tommy is.
Who's Tommy? Oh, yeah.
Tommy.
That's what I meant. Mikey.
We have the Michael Myers mask in the car. Cheeks and I just did a Halloween special on the Let's Get Loud podcast over in New York City. And I had the Michael mask. He kept calling it a Tommy mask, and I thought I was just ignorant. I was like, maybe Tommy's a villain I hadn't seen, or
it might have to come up with a Tommy. Who the hell is Tommy?
Let's hope
it's
not.
Crazy.
Hopefully Tommy doesn't emerge, which is something I think about all the time. Scream. You remember the movie Scream, right? A horror movie based on if there were an actual horror movie in real life.
Hell yeah.
You know, people try to imitate terrorists, imitate murderers, imitate serial killers. Thank the Lord that people aren't imitating horror movie villains.
Word. Some do though.
Some do, you say?
The Stranglers, you know what I'm saying?
I guess there's been a few over the years.
Some people, the people that be kidnapping people, leaving them in the dungeon for like 3 years, they escape, looking all crazy.
There's been a few of those. You remember the guy that discovered those ladies outside of McDonald's, or he picked up some McDonald's, he's walking back home, and turns out his neighbor had those ladies. I believe this was somewhere in Ohio.
Yeah, somewhere down there.
I feel like a lot of these horror movies are based on situations like this, but I don't know if people are imitating actual horror movie villains. You don't see someone running around stabbing people in the face with some finger knives like Freddy Krueger, thank God. But yeah, we shouldn't put any ideas in any of you psychos' heads out there that are listening to this program right now. This is the Halloween special, and it's a time of celebration, not a time of murder. Which reminds me of when I was a kid, it was a time of celebration.
Halloween was
candy.
Don't dress up and everything. Yeah,
dressing up, visiting people. But we were thinking about it. I was talking to a few people about it recently. Halloween has really changed over the years. So tonight we're going to kind of look into how it's changed, what Halloween was like back in the day versus what it's like now. When I was a kid, I wasn't really as focused. There was a point where it was about costumes and candy. But I'd say between the ages of 13 and really until now, I guess 13, 18, if I want to be legally speaking, it's about pranking. It's about raising hell.
Hell yeah.
It's about mischief night. So we're gonna talk about everything. Tell some stories of some of our past belligerent activities on Halloween, some of the degenerate things that we've done in the past. Cheeks, you're not only a father, you're a grandpa, so you get to see generations of Halloween. So I'm excited to hear what your opinion is on Halloween and how it's changed from when you were a kid to right now. So all of these things. And also, before we go any further, don't forget that as we speak, if you're in New York City listening to the premiere of this program, Thursday night, 10 o'clock premiere on 98.1, you should be at the Soul Exchange Bistro 2 having a Halloween party of the ages with us.
Facts.
Soul Exchange 2, that's 233 Doughty Boulevard over in Inwood,
New York.
New York. People keep whining to me. They say, oh, that's so far away. It's not that far away. It's one town into Nassau. They keep complaining about the Nassau police. Well, drive faster, all right? Drive safer so they don't catch you if you are driving fast, all right?
Yeah. Just come on out, man. You make it to the city. You make it out to the Hamptons. Make it out to Inwood, New York. You know what I'm saying? Nice little restaurant. We got all the food. We got the full bar and menu. Come on now. Let's get it going. 233 Doughty Boulevard. Let's pop.
It's Doughty Boulevard? Have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
What you been saying?
I've been saying Doughty.
Well, Doughty it is.
Doughty, whatever it is.
Doughty, Doughty. Wow, let's go.
Doesn't matter what it is. Google it, goddammit. This is The Ryan Show FM, and we are broadcasting live. Happy Halloween, everybody. We will be back very soon. Let's get our Monster Mash on with DJ K Bliss. Oh, dude.
close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell. I'm gonna bring it to life. Stench is in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no immortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
When I die, I wanna go to hell, cause I'm a piece of it ain't hard to tell. It don't make sense going to heaven with the goody goodies dressed in white. I like black Timbs and black hoodies. God'll probably have me on some real strict. No sleeping all day, no getting my hanging with the goody goodies, lounging in paradise. I wanna tote guns and shoot dice. All my life I've been considered as the worst. Lying to my mother, even stealing out her purse. Crime after crime, from drugs to extortion. I know my mother wish she got a abortion. She don't even love me like she did when I was younger. Sucking on her chest just to stop my hunger. I wonder if I died, would tears come to her eyes? Forgive me for my disrespect, forgive me for my lies. My baby mother's 8 months, her little sister's 2. Who's to blame for both of them? Not you. I swear to God I wanna just my wrists and in this boot. Throw the magnum to my head, threaten to pull. And two keys until the bed's completely red. I'm glad I'm dead, a worthless Buddha head. The stress is building up, I can't believe suicide's on my mind. I wanna leave, I swear to God I feel like death is calling me. Nah, you wouldn't understand.
Talk to me, please, man.
You see, it's kinda like the crack did the Pookie and New Jack. Except when I cross over, it ain't no coming back. Should I die on the train track like Rainbow and Beach Street? People at the funeral frontin' like they miss me. My baby mama kissed me, but she glad I'm gone. She knew me and her sister had something going on. I reached my peak, speak, call my cheek, tell them that my will is weak. I'm sick of lying, I'm sick of talking, matter of fact, I'm sick of talking.
And we are back. This is the Ryan Show FM Halloween special.
Yeah, man, no doubt.
Featuring rap superstar, Mr. Cheeks.
What's up, yo? What's up, world? Let's get it. You know what we doing here, man. It's the Ryan Show popping off, doing the damn thing. What up, Hampton Dave? You already know. Somewhere doing what he does.
Shouts to my cracker, the cracker-lacka Hamptons Dave. Out socializing. We do miss him.
Out socializing.
It's been a few. It's been a few since we've had Hamptons Dave here. But he could be out trick-or-treating right now. That's the beauty of today, Halloween, the 31st of October. Is you can actually go out there dressed up like a psychopath, and instead of being arrested, they'll give you candy. Or they'll arrest you if they, deem you too old to be trick-or-treating. Then you're just a creep. Is there an age limit to trick-or-treating, Cheeks? If you don't have kids. If somebody knocks on your door, Cheeks, what is the age limit for you to actually give them some of that delicious Halloween candy?
I mean, dang, I'm like, you got to be like, Up to like 15, maybe, I think. Like 16. 16, I don't think kids is coming out grabbing candy. I don't know.
That's the thing, Cheeks.
I don't know no more.
If you don't encourage them to take treats, then they're going to trick you. So with that kind of attitude, hoping that, 16, 15 is the age limit, that's about the age they start picking up eggs.
They say trick or treat. Trick.
That's right, trick. If you don't give that treat, you will be tricked.
That's a fact.
Oldest trick in the book. But I wonder what Hamptons Dave is dressed up as, because what we're going to look at right now are the most offensive Halloween costumes in 2019. If you're wearing this costume right now, you might want to take it off. If you're wearing it at one of your Halloween parties this weekend, you might want to reconsider. So here we are. These are the top 10 most offensive Halloween costumes going into this year, 2019. We've talked about this last year. We actually spoke about some of the more offensive ones. Some of them are just really obvious. Like, you don't want to ever see Hitler out at the Halloween party. Hitler with the little mustache.
No, you don't see that. You see it somewhere, but we don't see it, huh?
We don't really see it out too much.
I don't see that.
I've never. Well, it's different. Like, even growing up in the Hamptons around a lot of white guys, I never saw anyone pull off the Hitler. I think the only person I ever saw pull off the Hitler was Prince Harry. Back in the day, he got in all that trouble.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure Prince Harry tried to pull off the Hitler in the motherland, England, many years ago, and he faced a severe lambasting for it. So yeah, obviously they're the obvious ones. You can't dress up like Hitler. The KKK, I imagine, is a very offensive costume, but to some, it's not even a costume at all. But let's get into some of these here. So we got with number 10. This one's kind of creative, actually. I don't know how you pull this off. An eating disorder. It says here, a few years ago, an online store took the heat for releasing a costume called anorexia. First name Anna, last name Rexia. Yep, we wish we were joking. This costume included a skeleton dress with a measuring tape belt to cinch the waist. This costume and many others just like it trivializes eating disorders. Not to mention, it's just a terrible pun. Anorexia, honestly, it had me laugh.
It's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny. Shouts to all of our fans out there with anorexia. And matter of fact, if you have anorexia, what are you doing? Because I thought that the new standard is you have to have some weight on you. There needs to be some meat on that booty, right, Mr. Cheeks?
X.
So what's the point of even being anorexic if that's not even what people are looking for these days? It just doesn't make sense to me. All right, so the next one we have here is pretty basic. Number 9, a terrorist. Whether it's a member of ISIS or someone who's committed a horrifying mass shooting, we can all agree that it is 100% a bad idea to dress up like a terrorist. The obvious costumes are the ones that apply to the terrorist one, dressing up in the turban, fill in the blank. You all know what a terrorist looks like according to the stereotype. Number 8, a mentally ill person. A mentally ill person wearing a straitjacket as well as other equipment typically associated with the institutionalization of someone with a mental illness trivializes how devastating these conditions can be. A mentally ill person. A straitjacket, that's a great another great costume.
That's a costume.
I don't think it's that offensive.
Right.
Let's scroll up a little bit and see what else we got. This is actually kind of clever too. This is kind of messed up. Zombie versions of recently deceased celebrities.
Zombie
versions of dead people that are famous.
That's kind of crazy.
Brutal.
It's kind of ill. Damn, how you think of that?
Who even thinks of that? Honestly, like all these years of offensive costumes. All right, let's see. Here we go.
Zombie. That's ill.
The next on the list here, we have cultural stereotypes. Now, we've all seen the Indian costumes, right? Over the years, we've seen Pocahontas. I don't know if Pocahontas is really an offensive costume.
I don't believe so. Come on.
When someone dresses up, and this is what it says here according to the website, goodhousekeeping.com. This is where this list is from, actually, everybody. When someone dresses up as a member of a culture that isn't their own, particularly in an exaggerated or humorous way, it can be hurtful to those who do belong. Even if it's a beloved Disney character. Hint, Mona. I guess that's is Mona from... which one's Mona?
Hawaii?
The Hawaiian kid?
I don't know. I know, I heard the name, Mona.
Mona. All right, so I'm sure there's some people out here that have kids these days that know who Mona is. Well, skip the thick mustache, the poncho combo, the Native American headdresses, the kimono, you get it. It would make an offensive mascot. I mean...
Let me see.
And if you scroll up, you see the little... looks like a Samoan.
Oh, the tattoos on it.
The Samoa tattoos there. I don't see how that's too offensive, to be honest with you.
No. I will wear that.
I mean...
You be mad at me if I wore that?
Would you? Would you be a Samoan? You'd wear the tribal tattoos and the little, what are those things the Hawaiian girls wear
No, I'm not
for a dress? The lu?
You right. I'm not wearing that.
All right, so we'll skip that part.
Let's skip that.
Okay, so let's get up. Now, they're
Now,
getting...
what's that?
This is, honestly, judging by the looks of this picture, this costume looks hilarious. Body shaming and objectifying costumes. It looks like this gentleman is riding a fat chick.
With a thong on.
It's one of those costumes where it's one person inside the costume.
Walking and he's looking like Donald Trump was carrying you.
Yeah, like where someone's carrying you, and it's just a giant, rotund woman. When it comes to disrespecting women, this costume is a double whammy. Not only does it reduce women to sex objects, but it makes women's weight into a joke. Look, ladies, we're not saying that it's a shameful thing to be fat.
Funny costume.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is a hilarious costume. We're going to be putting a link to these costumes up on our Instagram, The Ryan Show FM. To those that are actually just tuning in now, you may have noticed that The Ryan Show FM has been revamped. It's because we're actually using it now, side by side, so that when you're listening to this show, you can go there for reference points. So we're almost done. We're almost done, everybody. I know you're probably horribly offended at this point. We have number 4, a refugee. What the hell do you wear as a refugee?
Right. What is that?
I guess if you're a Cuban refugee, maybe one of those rubber tubes, rubber rafts. Bathing suit?
I don't even know. That sounds all stupid.
That sounds stupid, right? Honestly, with refugee crises frequently in the headlines, there may be folks who think that this is a newsworthy topic to take inspiration from, but it's so important to remember that it deeply impacts the lives of millions of people. The same goes for any costume that references immigration issues. Other people's real struggles are not costume fodder. Period. It is what it is. Look, whatever floats your boat. Now, this is the top 3 most offensive costumes.
Just like
so now we're
Clef Lauren Hill.
This is the real meat and potatoes of this whole thing. Now, this ranked number 3. So the bronze medal for the most offensive costume that you can wear in 2019, the transphobic.
Who's it transphobic?
Transphobic, like a chick with a dick. This tranny granny, as it's called, the tranny granny costume. Oh man, that's good. Walmart actually had this. The tranny granny was pulled from Walmart after facing backlash from customers who pointed out that it mocks and makes a satire of transgendered women. And
it's just Tootsie.
It is Tootsie. That's Tootsie, right?
What are you talking about?
She's got the cigarette. She's got the mop. She's got the fake boobies.
What's my name, Miss Doubtfire?
It's Miss Doubtfire. Exactly.
They offended by that.
Wow!
Like that all day.
And then it shows you can click the link to the Caitlyn Jenner costume.
Oh God!
That was released. I'm actually excited to see this one. It loads up. Oh, it's been taken down. You can't even click it anymore. This costume was so offensive, it's literally off the market. So no more transphobic costumes. The bearded lady, throw it out. Those days are over. 2, anything involving blackface. Let's be clear. It's not, we repeat, not okay. It's not, we repeat, not okay to dress up in blackface for Halloween or any other day of the year. It's so easy to dress up as one of your celebrities, no matter what their skin color is, without being offensive. I don't know about that, though. It's hard. What would you... I didn't really think about that, but what if somebody was dressed up like Mr. Cheeks? What's the Mr. Cheeks costume?
Dreads, gold teeth, a black hoodie. Yeah, no.
You really don't need blackface to tell Mr. Cheeks. It's not necessary. You're right. It's just taking it a step too far.
That's what it is.
As a black man, what do you think?
It's hard to get offended by any of that corny because the shit is just what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I ain't offended. I ain't been offended for a while. Like, what the fuck? I just go through and see what it is, man. But come on, man. Blackface? What the fuck? I mean, if you ain't black, don't paint your face black. I mean, I don't know, because sometimes you got cats that paint their face white. That's black dudes. So
and it's okay. It's
like I ain't too much of the like, I'm definitely sure that they ain't supposed to paint their face black face. I don't know, man. It's just,
I'm not a black guy, but as a white guy, I'm not offended by whiteface. I know there's not like a rich history of like evil in whiteface or anything like that, but I think that Marlon Wayans did a stand-up job.
Eddie Murphy was the first one that did it.
Eddie Murphy did it. Yo, whiteface is hilarious.
He did whiteface on SNL. Had us all rolling. Oh, excuse me, sir.
All right, I'm gonna go a step further and say that it is sometimes funny to make fun of races. I'm sorry, it is. Like, call me whatever. Like, but if they have like a good Italian, like say they're making fun of the Italian meatball guy, and you dress up like you're gonna get the meatball, and you have the stupid clothing and the stupid hats and the stupid Italian mustache. Look, I'm Italian. I'm not offended by it. It's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what's funny? When like a black dude, you know he black, but he played a Jamaican in the movie. You just find a Jamaican dude to do that, right? That's so funny to me.
Haven't put on the accent.
It's just so funny, man. Yeah, man. But yeah, people get offended by blackface. People get offended by the what? Yo, man, teach his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, those know that don't wear no blackface don't wear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Whiteface, I don't know. Hey, we had the white face. What's the white face? Dead president's face, right? It's painted white. You know what I'm saying?
I think a joke's if you're. This is kind of the rule of thumb. If you're okay with getting your ass kicked for telling a joke, then it should be okay. Right. If you're not going to go out and be ready to I know you're making a joke, but if you're going to make such an offensive joke that you're not ready to get your ass kicked, then don't make it. And otherwise, go for it, right? Like if you're just trying to make a joke and you're trying to make people laugh and it's funny. I mean, all jokes are at somebody's expense, right? Literally every joke, the chicken that crossed the road, the chicken was probably offended by that joke. Seriously, comedy, it's a joke. Just get over it. Yeah. But that being said, don't wear blackface unless you're ready to get punched in the face. Yeah, I'll tell you, I won't punch you in the face over whiteface, but, hey, to each his own. Be careful if you're going to wear one of these offensive costumes. But now, for the all-time most offensive costume, and it hasn't changed since the 1940s, apparently. Nobody has ever stepped it up above this notch. And I don't know why there's a little girl dressed up like this. I don't know who found this girl to model for this costume.
What is a Holocaust victim's outfit look like? All of them look like that?
I mean, I guess that's a pretty clean-looking outfit.
So they're saying that shit sound wrong right there. It look crazy and just how you got a little girl there. Holocaust victim. This is crazy.
The Holocaust victim takes the cake. And look at this. A little girl dressed up like she is a Holocaust victim. It's a terrible costume in the sense that you wouldn't believe she's in the Holocaust. You'd believe that she's just a regular little girl from the 1940s. Maybe an American Girl doll at that. But there you have it.
It's crazy.
The top 10 most offensive costumes of 2019. So, guys, if you're wearing one right now, take that off. It could hurt somebody's feelings. And if you're thinking about wearing something like this, well, you might want to think again. Because you might get punched in the face. You wear that black face around Mr. Cheeks. And you might get... And I might laugh at you if you wear the white face. You might get a nice little round of applause. Offend me, I dare you. Folks, this is the Ryan Show FM, and it's Halloween, baby. Go out, trick or treat, enjoy yourself, and throw some eggs at the person you enjoy least. For me, for us. We will be back very, very soon. Let's get it.
Shoot the lights out. Till it's bright out. Oh, just another lonely night. Are you willing to sacrifice your life?
Chum monster, no good blood sucker. Fat. Now look who's in trouble. As you run through my jungles, all you hear is rumbles. Kanye West samples, here's one for example.
Gossip, just stop it. Everybody know I'm a monster. I'ma need to see up to your pants at the concert. I'ma need to see up to your pants at the concert. Profit, I get it. Everybody know I'm a monster. I'ma need to see up to your pants at the concert. I'ma need to see up to your pants. The best living or dead, hands down, huh? Let's talk more right now, huh? And my eyes more red than the devil is. And I'm about to take it to another level. Planning who you gon' get. Ain't nobody cold as this. Do the rap and a track, triple double, no assist. And my only focus is staying on some bogus shit. Arguing with my older, acting like I owe it. I heard the beat, the same raps that gave the track pain. Bought the chain that always give me back pain. Up my money, so yeah, I had to act sane. Shot, but these love my accent. Shit came up to me and said, this the number 2 dial. If you wanna make it number 1, you're number 2 now. Mix that goose in Malibu, I call it Malibu, yeah. Damn easy, I would hit them with a new style. Know that. Well, what you gon' do now? Whatever I wanna do, gosh, it's cool now. Now I'm gonna do, it's new now. never get on top of this. So mommy, best advice is just to get on top of this. Have you ever had sex with a pharaoh? I put the in a sarcophagus. Now she claiming that I bruised her esophagus. Head of the class and she just wanna swallow shit. I'm living in the future, so the present is my past. My presence is a present, kiss my gossip, you can just stop it. Everybody know I'm a monster. I'ma need to see you put your hands at the concert. I'ma need to see you put your hands at the concert. Profit, I get it. Everybody know I'm a monster. I'ma need to see you put your hands at the concert. I'ma need to see you put your hands.
Sasquatch, Godzilla, King Kong, Loch Ness, Goblin, Ghoul, a zombie with no conscience. Question, what do these things all have in common? Everybody knows I'm a monster. Conquer, stomp you, stop your silly nonsense. None of you know where the swamp is. None of you have seen the carnage that I've seen. I still hear fiends scream in my dreams. Murder in black convertibles. I kill a block, I murder the avenues. I rape and pillage a village, women and children. Everybody wanna know what my Achilles heel is. Love, I don't get enough of it. All I get is these vampires and bloodsuckers. All I see is these I made millionaires milling about, spilling their feelings in the air. All I see is these fake with no fangs, trying to draw blood from my ice cold veins. I smell a massacre, seems to be the only way to back you.
Gossip, you can just stop it. Everybody know I'm a monster. I'ma need to see you put your hands at the concert. I'ma need to see you put your hands at the concert. Profit, I get it. Everybody know I'm a monster. I'ma need to see you put your hands at the concert. I'ma need to see you put your hands.
Pull up in a monster automobile gangster with a bad that came from Sri Lanka. Yeah, I'm in a tanka, color of Willy Wonka. You could be the king, but watch the queen conquer. Okay, first things first, I'll eat your brains. Then I'ma start rocking gold teeth and fangs. Cause that's what a monster do. Hairdresser from Milan, that's the monster do. Monster Giuseppe Hill, that's the monster show. Young Money is the roster and a monster crew. And I'm all up in the bank with a funny face. And if I'm fake, I ain't know this cause my money ain't.
Let me get this straight, wait, I'm the rookie, but my features and my shows 10 times your pay. 50K for a verse, no album out. Yeah, my money's so tall that my Barbie's gotta climb it. Hotter than the Middle East and climb it. Find it, 20 my Tyron, dirty wine it. Nicky on them when I sign it. Bodies sell one track minded. But really, I don't give a F-U-K. Forget Barbie, Nikki, she's fake. She on a diet, but her pockets eating cheesecake. And I'll say, boy, the Chucky is child's play. Just killed another career, it's a mild day. Besides, yay, they can't stand besides me. I think me, you, and Ian should shine on Friday.
Pink wig, give them whiplash. I think big, get cash, make them blink fast. Now look at what you just saw. This is what you live for. I'm a monster.
closing in. I motivate with the howling wind, with a list of chosen men frozen in sin. Knowing that your end is beginning, swift, silent, and deadly. There's no defending my plots. I know your every movement. For 6 months I watch. Could've got you at your baby's mother.
as a farmer John Big. As I dig into my tragic bag, take out what's on the insert the stuck to like a mag. Fragments, I leave to clean up the drag. This is anybody. Murderer. And everybody. Murderer. All y'all. Murderer. For real. You'll around and get killed. This is anybody. Murderer. Everybody. Murderer. Yeah, all y'all. Murderer. For real. You'll around and get killed.
Pete all the drop in exchange of the dough. Lurking through the turf, thinking how much it's worth. Give him chase to the crib, and yo, he properly laced. Stepped out the car, put my to the side of his face. Is the case, robbed this and shake the spot, cause in a few it's gonna be crawling with cops. Who's the bad now? You crept on, paid the piper. Who'da thought a sexy could be up detrimental to your health? Should've learned your lesson, but it's too late. Bye bye, better count your blessings. I've been watching you, watching me, yeah, you ballin'. Was, now you finger then steady falling. A thug with no love, but die fast. Thug, die young, or what you thought you would last? To the dome, slide back to the pad. Then my till it get resume the wifey. Cause yo, my man don't know that it's straight ill serving with just as anybody. Yeah, all y'all. For real. You around and get killed. I'm a just as anybody. Yeah, all y'all. For real. You around and get killed. Killed.
Puzzling yourself. I got your mind twisted. Unrealistic wavelength draining all your brain strength, inflicted crosswords puzzling your doubt, questioning your own mental health. Yeah, it's like a maze within itself. Yeah, check the grimy, slimy, criminal individuality, searching for the dark night, lurking in the shadows of the city. Hero with Jiggy, my crime committee, robbing every car from Biggie Bang blind. Take a journey through the mind of a redneck. Not a problem, no problem. A body for a price, not a problem, no problem. The red once again, it's the mind bender, 3-time felony offender, demented, brain cemented, mixing the blender, illusion, mass confusion, question mark, cluesing, what, where, why, who's in, quiz, time to ask yourself who it is, shiesty be you know, underhanded biz, invaded brothers' wigs. Can I live? Corrupting, bringing all the misery and suffering. Pain you couldn't cure with the buffering. Rotating, ridiculous, rapid fire riddle. Back, get trapped in the middle of the red line. Hidden gem, there ain't no sequel, not a problem. Big up to all my people, not a problem. The red line. Observe if you will. I'm in my hideout in the back of the hills. I crack a ball, then I quarter by the mill. Co-defendants Johnny Blaze and Bobby Stills. We was blazing Hot Wheels. Turn the corner, you can hear the wheels squeal. On that ass fast was the Batmobile. I can tell by the demon on the grill. This was real. Alley cat screaming. I hear the trash can, garbage everywhere. Money flying out the bags and trying to escape. Hold on with the cape, or else he be headed upstate. It's the red law. Suicide, not a problem. Speaking homicide, not a problem. You wanna talk in the side, not a problem. It's the red law. Feel good, don't it? And you flown it. Got
And we have returned. Lay back with us. Groove with us. This is the Ryan Show FM, the Halloween special.
Word up, man. You know how we doing it on Halloween. Making it real nice and comfortable and scary, John and girl.
Making it real uncomfortable for you this week.
Facts.
Your host, Ryan Vernella, speaking alongside of, what is it they want? What is it that we've been ordered by corporate to call you now? You said that you no longer want to be called the Grammy Award-winning rapper, Mr. Cheeks. There's a new intro that I need to say.
Mr. Lights, Camera, Action, man.
Mr. Lights, Camera, Action himself in studio. Mr. Cheeks is in the house.
Yeah, man. Let's get it popping, baby. What's up with everybody, man?
I bet you everybody's out there trick-or-treating. But you know what? Around this time, now that we're nearing around what? There are those Halloween noises that we need. I'd say around this time, people are probably, putting their kids inside, getting them ready for another day of school. And this is when the freaks really come out. Those teenage, angsty little bastards, the ones that are going to be egging your house and raising hell in the neighborhood. I don't know what it's like nowadays, Mr. Cheeks, but off the air, I was asking, I said, what are kids doing now? Are they egging and raising hell like when I was a kid, like when you were a kid? You said you busted your son with some eggs last year.
Yeah, he's doing his, what are you doing there, boy? Where you going with those? Hey, man, they're growing up so fast, But yeah, man, I hope you just be safe, whatever you do on Halloween, kid. Sure, yeah. Let's make it on.
They say weed is the gateway drug. I think egging is one of the gateway crimes. I remember being a small kid, maybe like 12 or 13, and egging and getting that rush. Just getting that rush and being like, you know what? I kind of like doing this.
Yeah.
Going out and being bad. So to all of those that are now about to try the gateway crime tonight, please be careful and don't take it a step too far. It's one thing to egg houses, but I remember egging people. Do you remember that? Do you remember just pegging people in the face?
People, cop cars. So fun.
Man, those were
good
the
old days. Yeah.
So you were from a different generation than myself. Was Halloween pretty much the same thing when you were younger? What was the craziest thing?
And leaving even like if you trick or treat, you leave some some things on the doorstep and run off and say ring the bell. Bang, trick or treat. That's a trick, right?
Dog
there.
In the paper bag.
You already know. Yeah. Right.
I've never actually done that. I was always afraid that I'd burn the house down. That I'd be the guy that somehow manages to the wind catches the bag and blows it.
Nah.
Yeah, you never know. So what do you think of all the crazy things that you had done? What is the one moment that stands out to you of like, damn, we took it a step too far this Halloween? Craziest thing that you've seen done on Halloween?
Craziest thing I've seen on Halloween.
In the mischief category.
In the mischief, that's a long time ago, see? So
let's hope not. We're after the show, Cheeks and I are about to go purchase a few cartons and relive our teenage years.
Throw our mask on and do what it does, right? I don't know, man. Maybe I seen somebody throw an egg at a person's car and then he swerved and hit another car. Some things like that maybe would have happened if I would have seen it when I was younger.
There we go, swerving cars off the road. So, this is why I asked, because things kind of get taken up a notch as time goes on. People get tired of egging. And I remember when we were kids, when I saw it taken too far and I realized that this is really probably an actual crime now and people are actually scared, we had paintball guns. And there was a Halloween party with some of the kids that were in our school. They were a little younger than us down the road. And they were all outside on the trampoline and they're running around. And my sister's over there. I knew about the party because my little sister's there. I'm like, you know what? My sister and her nerdy friends are all over there. We're going to go get these guys. So we went there with red paintballs and the paintball guns and eggs. And it was like 7 or 8 kids, all with eggs in camouflage, paintball guns. And we went over there and lit up the party, Cheeks. But this is where it was taken too far. People were shooting the windows out. People are running, taking cover. Mind you, it's paintballs, but they don't know it's paintballs because it's red paintballs. So people are getting shot with the red paintballs, and it just looks like a disaster.
Though, right? Paintballs hurt, man.
Paintballs hurt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is a step too far.
Yeah,
I was not the shooter. Not to just cover my own ass right now here on the radio. I was not the shooter. I was an egger and a runner that night. But yeah, so it really can get taken too far. And if that's what kids were doing, like you said, paintballs hurt. You didn't have access to paintball guns, though, when you were a kid, right?
Never.
I imagine what kids are doing now with the access to the weapons of destruction that they have. Drones. I'd be using drones. I mean, God knows what else. Apps on my phone. Somehow, I'm sure that there's an app out there that would be able to help raise hell on Halloween. D2, our good friend D2, was telling us in his younger days that he had a nice pear tree, and he'd wait around this time every year for the pears to fall off the tree. Not so he could eat the pears, but so he could whip them at cars and whip them at houses. Save him the money instead of buying your carton of eggs. Oh, my Lord. Folks, tell us. Be interactive with us. We have an Instagram. It's called The Ryan Show FM on Instagram.
Yeah.
And find us on there. Check out that last post and let us know. Be interactive with us. Like I said, what was the craziest thing that you've ever seen done on Halloween? Let us know in the comments section below. The craziest thing, the most destructive thing you've ever seen done on Halloween, when mischief gets taken a step too far and you wish it could be undone. Because that's what we're trying to prevent here tonight. We're not trying to get everybody inspired and encouraged to go out there and raise hell in Boston and Louisville and wherever else we're at. We want love this Halloween, you know? Don't take it a step too far. We'll hear the stories of the past. We don't want to repeat history, okay?
Go home and Netflix it up with a nice boom boink and ding ding ding.
Exactly. Netflix it up with a boink boink and a ding ding ding. And on that note, folks, music by DJ K Bliss. Get to our Instagram at The Ryan Show FM and tell us how you feel. We'll be back very soon.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I once knew it, whose real name was William. His primary concern was making $1 million, being the illest hustler that the world ever seen. He used to movie stars and sniff coke in his dreams. A corrupted young mind at the age of 13. Never had a father and his mom was a fiend. She put the pipe down, but for every year she was sober. Her son's heart simultaneously grew colder. He started hanging out, selling bags in the projects, checking the young chicks looking for hit and run prospects. He was fascinated by material objects, but he understood money never bought respect. He built a reputation cause he could hustle and steal, but got locked once and didn't hesitate to squeal. So criminals he chilled with didn't think he was real. You see, me and like this have never been equal. I don't project my insecurities on other people. He fiended for props like addicts with pipes and needles, and so he felt he had to prove to everyone he was evil. A feeble-minded young man with infinite potential, the product of a ghetto-bred capitalistic mental. Coincidentally dropped out of school to sell weed, dancing with the devil, smoked until his eyes would bleed. But he was sick of selling trees and gave in to his greed. Everyone trying to be trife never faced the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Asking doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you and sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So Billy started robbing anything he could do to get his respect back in the eyes of his crew. Starting fights over little up on the block. Stepped up to selling mothers and brothers the crack rock. Working overtime, making money for the crack spot. Hit the jackpot and wanted to move up to cocaine. Fulfilling the Scarface fantasy stuck in his brain. Tired of the block treating him the same. He wanted to be major like the cutthroats and the thugs. But when he tried to step to him, showed him no love. They told him any mother coward can sell drugs. Any with a gun can bust slugs. Any with a red shirt can front like a blood. Even Puffy smoked the mother up in the club. But only a real thug can someone till they standing in front of them, staring straight into their eyes. Billy realized that these men were well guarded, and they wanted to test him before business started. Suggested to prove he was cold-hearted. So now he had a choice between going back to his life or making money with made men. Up in the sight, his dreams about cars and ice made him agree. A hardcore event is all he ever wanted to be. And so he met them Friday night at 2:45. Everyone trying to be trife never faced the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Asking doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. They They drove around the project slow while it was raining, smoking blunts, drinking and joking for entertainment, until they saw a woman on the street walking alone, 3 in the morning, coming back from work on the way home. And so they quietly got out the car and followed her, walking through the projects. The darkness swallowed her. They wrapped her shirt around their head and knocked her onto the floor. This is it, kid, now you got your chance to be raw. So Billy yoked her up and grabbed the chick by the hair and dragged her into a lobby that had nobody there. She struggled hard, but they forced her to go up the stairs. They got to the roof and then held her down on the ground, screaming, "Shut the f*** up and stop moving around." The shirt covered her face, but she screamed and clawed. So Billy stomped on the till he broke in her jaw. Them dirty knew exactly what they were doing. They kicked her until they cracked her ribs and she stopped moving, blood leaking through the cloth. She cried silently, and then they all proceeded to her violently. Billy was made to go first, but each of them took a turn, ripping her up and her until her throat burned. Her broken jaw mumbled for God, but they weren't concerned. When they were done and she was lying bloody, broken and bruised, one of them pulled out a brand new 22. They told him that she was a witness for what she'd gone through, and if he was guaranteed a spot in the crew. He thought about it for a minute. She was practically dead, and so he leaned over and put the right to her head.
I'm falling and I can't turn back. I'm falling and I can't turn back.
Right before he pulled the and ended her life, he thought about the cocaine with the platinum and ice, and he felt strong standing along with his new brothers, cocked it to her head and pulled back the shirt cover. But what he saw made him start to cringe and stutter, cause he was staring into the eyes of his own mother. She looked back at him and cried cause he had forsaken her. She cried more painfully, and when they were ripping her, his whole world stopped. He couldn't even contemplate. His corruption had successfully changed his fate, and he remembered how his mom used to come home late, working hard for nothing, cause now what was he worth? He turned away from the woman that had once given him birth, and crying out to the sky cause he was lonely and scared. But only the devil responded cause God wasn't there, and right then he knew what it was to be empty and cold, and so he jumped off the roof and died with no soul. They say death takes you to a better place, but I doubt it. After that they his mother and never spoke about it. And listen, cause the story that I'm telling is true, cause I was there with Billy Jacobs and I his mom too. And now the devil follows me everywhere that I go. In fact, I'm sure he's standing among one of you at my shows, in every street cipher listening to Little Thugs flow. He could be standing right next to you and you wouldn't know. The devil grows inside the hearts of the selfish and wicked. White, brown, yellow and black color is not restricted. You have a self-destructive destiny when you're inflicted, and you'll be one of God's children that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So when the devil wants to dance with you, you better say never, because a dance with the devil might last you forever.
Kinky. Girls are super freak. I really love to taste her.
What up, everybody? It is Carlos, your host. Plug Me In Radio. Check it out. Last night was a blessed and wonderful night at the Posh Virtue Daiquiri Lounge, 5135 Ella Boulevard in Pinemont. Hey, man, it was lit. Just be you. Thank you for inviting me out. Man, I had a great time with Stevie Ray, WWE World Champ, Hall of Famer. Yes, sir, right here in H-Town. Catherine Garcia came through. Bros came through. Sonia, what is it? Another one of the politicians, Sonia Pena came through, was it? I may be wrong, but nonetheless, we got a chance to hear these politicians speak and talk about the important things that's going on in our neighborhoods in Houston. It is important that you go out and vote. That is how change occurs in your neighborhood. Shouts out to Sizzle Bless. She came through. K Reno. Oh, man, it was wonderful, man. You know, the kids came out. Definitely get out and vote. If you haven't, go. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's all I got to say. And with further ado, it is time for Plug Me In Radio to spin a few of our own tracks and turn up one time, man, and show love to a few of the underground artists that are making headway in the game to get their music out. Man, y'all DM me, hit me up for interviews, radio spins. If you just want to advertise or promote an event, your clothing line, your store, whatever you have, man, y'all hit us up. You got an upcoming show you want to talk about. You got an album dropping, video coming soon. DM me, text me, call us 844-837-3458. 844-837-3458. Verdict Studios, we in the mix, man. Your number one marketing for all aspects of entertainment industry. Artists, if you need to get on and you ready to take your career to the next level, we are that source. Every aspect that you may need, from video placement, publishing, distribution, mixing, mastering, copyright, magazine placement, interviews, playlists, marketing campaigns, videos, photos. Should I go on? Yeah, I think I should. Why not? Video flyers, regular flyers. You name it, we got it. Artist branding, artist development. We are the one-stop shop. Yeah, let's get it, man.
down, ass up. Come next to daddy and toot that ass up. I'm feeling freaky, is it the hand? Turn on track songs, I'm diving in. Fucked around and broke another headboard. I'm a beast, it ain't no taming. Probably heard this before, but baby, it ain't no gaming. I'm about to explode, girl, tell me where I should aim it. Put your body on me, show me what it do. I'll put you to sleep, then wake you up for round 2. I got what you need, I'll give it to you. Let me bless this feast before I go down on you. Undertaker, that pussy, that's my graveyard. The shovel I'm digging with so professional. Beat it out the frame like it was made for. I promise ain't no letting up. Undertaker, that pussy, that's my graveyard. The shovel I'm digging with so professional. Beat it out the frame like it was made for. I promise ain't no letting up. It ain't no letting up. You won't get enough. I got this tool in my hand, I'm about to dig you up. Undertaker, that pussy, that's my graveyard. The shovel I'm digging with so professional. Take them clothes off, but leave them heels on. All night, I'm about to beat it up. Try to tell you this head game is real strong. So right, I'm about to eat it up. I told you when I get it, I'ma make you scream. So loud, the neighbors screaming, shut it up. Stop all and running, baby, take this D.O., yeah. No lies, come over and back it up. Girl, I got what you need, I'll give it to you. Let me bless this feast before I go down on you. Undertaker, that pussy, that's my graveyard. The shovel I'm digging with so professional. Beat it out the frame like it was made for. I promise ain't no letting up. Undertaker, that pussy, that's my graveyard. The shovel I'm digging with so professional. Beat it out the frame like it was made for. I promise ain't no letting up. It ain't no letting up. You won't get enough. I got this tool in my hand, I'm about to dig you up. Undertaker, that pussy, that's my graveyard. The shovel I'm digging with so professional. So professional.
slumping you. Past security with the grip. Big 40 up on the hip. Couple bloods and a couple crips. Gallon hip, got me drunk as shit. Baby girl, I see you. The ass is fat, the breast is small, and the dress is see-through. I asked my lover, put on the glove, I heard that pussy lethal. Big scope on the AR, tryna run while I peep you. She a thot, and she blow the chop. Come walk to the spot. I was just smashing a friend tip. Don't make it hot. Don't make it hot. Loud, you see the crowd. Neighbors call the cops. The average lit is 90 degrees. Perfect day, spin the op. Spin the op. Love me some money. Love with the money. Get to the cash. Get to the cash. You niggas is average. My niggas is savage. We play with the mags. Play with the mags. These niggas ain't loyal. They funny with money. They sticks in the grass. Niggas is snakes. Your hoe out of pocket. She look in my eyes. She do what I ask. Look at your hoe. Love me some money. Love me the money. Get to the cash. Get to the cash. You niggas is average. My niggas is savage. We play with the mags. Play with the mags. These niggas ain't loyal. They funny with money. They sticks in the grass. Niggas is snakes. Your hoe out of pocket. She look in my eyes. She do what I ask. Look at your hoe. Let's get straight to it. It's 4 on the whip, we sliding and shooting. Loading the semi, see that this Emmy was popping, I'm bullet. These niggas is pussy and they dirty, shells gon' douche him. He farted in the club, feet on his head, gave him a contusion. Dancing in them shoes all night, I know your feet hurt. You whining, doing the cook up, and I'm loving the feet work. Just push the button on the side, I know that C work. Go to the store, get some Fonto, roll and me perk up. Little bro, running it up, fresh out the pen. He dropping like crazy, never lazy, loading the bins. Only home for 2 months and he pushing the bins. Whipping it, Ferragamo the belt and the Gucci the lens. Love me some money, love with the money. Get to the cash, get to the cash. You niggas is average, my niggas is savage. We play with the mags, play with the mags. These niggas ain't loyal, they funny with money, they sticks in the grass. Niggas is snakes. Your hoe out of pocket, she look in my eyes, she do what I ask. Look at your hoe, love me some money, love me the money. Get to the cash, get to the cash. You niggas is average, my niggas is savage. We play with the mags, play with the mags. These niggas ain't loyal, they funny with money, they sticks in the grass. Niggas is snakes. Your hoe out of pocket, she look in my eyes, she do what I ask.
And we have returned, folks. This is the Ryan Show FM.
Yes, sir.
Happy Halloween. And what do you know, Mr. Cheeks? We have a call coming in right this second from the one and only Keith Murray.
Oh, let's get with our boy real quick. The family is calling.
Before we miss the call, but before we pick up, I got to say this is the first time we've ever had Cheeks Murray together as a duo.
Crazy.
On this program. And on the line, look at that. We've got a call in. It's the one and only. You hear him on this program all the time. You're familiar with his music. Keith Murray in the building. What's going on, Mr. Murray?
What up, baby?
Well, it's Halloween. Happy Halloween. How are you tonight?
Happy Halloween, cuz.
Oh, goddamn. Happy mischief night to you all.
So I guess you hear the stories that we're telling here on the show. And I was actually hoping if anyone is to call in, I said, wow, I wonder what Keith Murray has done, what degenerate, derelict behavior this man has done in the past. We finally have an opportunity to ask you right here on national radio.
Right. So, in high school, we used to go toilet. You know the toilet paper?
Yeah.
We used to go in the neighborhood. We used to go mess up everybody's house with toilet paper.
What do you throw it over and coat it in the layers, whatever, TPing like they say?
Trees everywhere. Toilet paper finale. Word.
So how many rolls of toilet paper would you estimate that you guys would use on one house?
We used to go to the store and steal like 10 rolls of toilet paper. I used to do it with my JV soccer team.
The JV soccer team.
Yeah.
So you guys would go and you'd steal a bunch of toilet paper and you'd TP houses. When do you think that there was ever a point where you really took it too far? Was there ever that one instance where you're like, wow?
We was used to do the trees, the lawn, everything. It was toilet paper finale, baby.
Everywhere on that shit.
Everywhere. This is in Long Island, so you got individual houses.
Hell
remember?
Yeah. Big ass yards.
Everything, yeah. Toilet paper everywhere. So people used to have to clean it up. then we used to egg everybody.
Facts.
So so how many eggs would you estimate were thrown at one house when you go on your egging sprees?
We ain't egg houses. We used to egg cars.
Okay.
Cars drove by when we was walking through the street. It's mischief night, the night before Halloween. So we was causing mischief.
Hell yeah.
Classy. As I was telling Cheeks earlier, it's almost, to me, egging was kind of one of the gateway crimes to me. Like when I was egging cars and egging houses at 11, 12 years old, it made me realize wow, this is fun. It's fun to be bad. kind of leads you to do other things.
Yeah.
What do you
Mischief night.
Would you consider egging to be a gateway crime? Have you had a similar experience with that?
Hell yeah. Police used to chase us after we egg everybody, and we egg their ass too.
Gotta tell them.
Nobody was safe.
Hey, the mother.
Do you think that it's still going on? Do you see kids these days? I know Cheeks says he caught his son last year throwing eggs. But I've got to say that, they say karma will get you. What goes around comes around.
Whoa. You said Cheeks caught his son egging people?
Cheeks caught his son leaving the house with a carton of eggs last year.
Lost boy! Throw your L's up.
Turn up, man.
Well, that being said, I've never been egged. I've never seen anybody egging somebody except for me or my crew at the time.
Well, f*** around, you gonna get egged. Mischief night.
Let's hope they don't come after you. That's what I'm saying. Like,
look, get the egg on your face.
Oh man! Well, be safe.
You're Ryan. You egghead motherfucker.
Egghead.
You egghead motherfucker.
So, Mr. Murray, is there anything you'd like to plug? Any upcoming shows here in New York or anywhere else?
I would just like to say I'm the goose that stole the golden egg or Mischief Night.
You're the goose that stole the golden egg on Mischief Night.
Yes. And I'm gonna tell you something else. I performed in I think it was Oklahoma City or somewhere where the refugees is placed in a project. And I performed on Halloween night one night where the refugees from wait, let me get my memory right. The Ethiopians.
Damn, it's ill.
If you look that up, there's a project. There's a club right across the street from the projects. They housed them, the refugees. You know the people who was like the refugees from
people dress up like them for Halloween now.
No. Listen, the people, the Africans who got the straight hair. They look Indian, but they're African, like Haile Selassie.
Yeah.
There's a project and there's a club. I performed Halloween. And it was dope. And I performed the Queens of Halloween one night. I was the Black Cougar Kamunga, the Black African Booty Scratcher. Yeah.
Jesus,
Black
man.
African.
That's
booty
offensive,
scratcher.
Mr. Murray.
Hard.
That's extremely offensive. We were just talking about some of the most offensive Halloween costumes. That could be more offensive than most of them. It's more offensive than
I'm the black. Look on my Instagram page. I'm the Black African Booty Scratcher with the mask and everything.
Absurd.
Keith Murray Instagram. Keith Murray rap. Shameless plug.
That's all right. They know you. They see you on there. Your Instagram is classic. I can't wait to see what you post up for this Halloween night. What are you dressing up as for Halloween, Mr. Murray?
My dude. Now let me stop.
And this is FM radio. All right. Dress up those. At least dress up those curse words. Damn it.
I'm dressing up as Ma dude. And we like titties, right, Mr. Cheeks?
You better know it. Bing, bing, baby.
He's already brought.
Bing, baby. Yo, Mr. Cheeks.
Yo, cuz.
You the illest New York. Now, my sister Demetria, she said he's so New York.
We were just talking about that.
You remember that night, Mr.
He is.
Cheeks?
No doubt. We just be begging, man. You know how we do it, baby.
Yeah, we banging. Bang, bang, baby.
Word the mother. We're going to do this motherfucking Toka Tuesdays.
Shout out to motherfucking Grandmaster Vic.
Yes.
All day.
I might be Grandmaster Vic for Halloween.
That's ill.
Man. Actually, that was a good call the other night. The other night, I'm getting a call at 11 p.m. as I'm driving, and it says it's Keith Murray, and I say hello, and it's like, hello, and I hear it's GMV. What the hell's going on? Turns out these two are, I didn't realize that they were in cahoots now, working together.
Nice.
No, I knew Grandmaster Vic when I was in high school as like 10th grade, and he used to do the blends, and my man should be from Rochdale.
Hell yeah.
And we used to go there to Rochdale and order Travel Fox. They used to bring the weed on the bikes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Facts.
Yeah, he's the master blender.
He
Grandmaster
is.
Vic.
And he's criminally underrated. I bet a lot of people that are listening right now don't know who we're talking about. We're talking about GMV, Grandmaster Vic, the inventor of blends.
Flash, you got Grandmaster Flash, you got Grandmaster V, Grandmaster D from Houdini, and you got Grandmaster Vic.
Right.
Mr. Cheeks DJ from Queens.
Facts. Bad boy.
Yes.
And
he knows everything.
Keith Murray, it is true. He's the one that literally was the originator of the blends. He invented blending.
Master of the blends. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and he's gonna do a Halloween mix. So look out for that. Grandmaster Vic. Shout out Grandmaster Vic.
Woohoo! Have you guys heard the Music Makes Me High 2 Grandmaster Vic remix?
Excuse me?
He did a sick remix of Music Makes Me High 2 recently.
Music Makes Me High. That's a new single that Mr. Cheeks and Mr. Keith Murray. Cheeks Murray.
Yes, sir.
Murray Cheeks.
Murray Cheeks, everybody.
Murray Cheeks. Cheeks Murray just flows so much nicer, though. I've been saying this for a long time, and I don't care. Everyone can say that it was their idea. Cheeks Murray has to be the next EP for 2020. Cheeks Murray, as a fan of hip-hop, putting my friendship with you guys to the side, this is what we want. We want to hear this. We want to hear like 6 songs with you two. And then get like a tour out of it.
Mr. Cheeks and Mr. Murray is so far in between with what we doing that we would give it to the fans, but we don't know. But Music Makes Me High, Part 2 remix.
Facts.
Holla.
Facts.
Out now on all streaming sites.
Produced by who?
Kid Nice.
Kid Nice.
Woo-wee. And one thing I've got to say, I got to say it to you guys now before it happens. My man Papa Don, everybody steals his songs over and over again. The guy on the hook, Papa Don. And I was thinking about it, I'm like, damn it, we can't.
Oh, wait.
We got to shout out Papa Don.
Whoa. Shout out Papa Don. He made the song come alive.
He did. He really did.
Yes.
You know, he made.
Hey, I like to say, ain't nothing wrong with a big strong girl. ¿Cómo estás, señorita?
Oh man!
Hey Ryan,
what's going on?
Don't get me started. Boom.
Oh my lord, Keith Murray on the phone with us right here on the Ryan Show FM, and Mr. Murray, one more time, let them know where they can find you on Instagram and all those social media platforms.
Well, you can find me on Keith Murray Facebook. You can find me on Keith Murray Twitter. You can find me on Keith Murray Instagram. And I dress better than any gay man.
I don't know, man. There's some.
Right now, I got on a pair of velour slacks with the Jordans with my surfer. I was surfing yesterday too.
Where the hell you at?
I'm in Brentwood, Long Island, but I was in Gilgo Beach.
Oh, nice.
Peace, brother.
What's going on? You know, before I forget, you mentioned style. You're talking about your style. Recently, Mr. Cheeks has been disgruntled, I guess for lack of better words, when it comes to some of these newer rappers' style.
Mr. Cheeks has been what?
Disgruntled by a lot of the fashion statements that have been made in hip-hop, especially today. Did you see what Pharrell was wearing in his new GQ photo shoot, which was titled The New Masculinity?
The New Masculinity?
Take it, if you can, look at...
Wait till you get a load of this crap.
Take a look at Cheeks' Instagram, The Real Mr. Cheeks 132, and look at his last post. It's a picture of Pharrell wearing like...
Go to MC Shan.
Or go to MC Shan. MC Shan was one that originally posted. MC Shan... Anybody out there listening, if you want a good Instagram, you want to hear somebody rant and rave, and just really say it how it is, MC Shan has one of the best Instagrams out there. His Instagram is hilarious, Keith Murray. He's up there just making fun of everybody, roasting people.
You said MC Shan?
Yep.
The MC Shan.
Okay, listen, you couldn't tell me I wasn't LL Cool J or MC Shan. With
Facts.
the Kangos, with the Pumas, with the whole get up, with the suits. Keith Murray is Junior, LL Cool J, and Junior MC Shan. Can nobody say nothing bad about MC Shan or LL Cool J in my realm.
No, we said check his page out. How he be screaming on these motherfuckers.
Yeah. He's disgruntled.
He be getting that. We was telling you, check his page out and check out what he's seen. When you see what Pharrell is wearing on MC Shan page, you're gonna be like, yo, what the f is that?
Oh, with the suit, with the thing that looked like Missy Elliott?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that.
Okay. That's what
he's trying to be a fashionista.
Fashion. Well, that's the new masculinity. Do whatever it is.
No, it's not.
Thank you.
Is Keith Murray and Mr. Cheeks.
Thank
the
you.
Biceps, the arms in the street. That's masculinity.
Thank you, cousin. Thank you, baby.
The biceps and the arms.
We're gonna get that straight now.
No, that's great. You say that.
I would earth slam anybody who ain't got on Timberlands and Jordans and jeans and all of that. All that fashion stuff. You push an envelope. I respect and love what you're doing. I ain't going down with nobody, but at the same time, come on, stop playing.
Facts.
Don't play with my culture.
Facts. That's all I'm saying. That's all he's saying.
So it's beyond your culture, Mr. Murray. It's masculinity in general. It's like an attack on being manly. And wearing that type of clothing, I'm sorry, this doesn't meet the definition of what masculine is.
Well, if you see me in the gym and I'm sweating and my biceps is bulging, I got a body like a bed frame, hard and stern. So girls get in line, don't fight, you get yours. That's masculinity. We ain't talking about all this soft spoken.
All right, so before we get any criticism, Keith, before we're forced to, I've got the definition. This is literally the definition of masculinity. It says masculinity is a set of attributes, behaviors, and roles associated with boys and men. That's it. There you have it. Associated with boys and men. So, last I checked, I just never seen any boys nor men wearing dresses like that.
Facts. I know boys wear blue and girls wear pink.
No. Keith Murray is pink. Only Flage. Keith Murray is pink. I'm an alpha male, but we ain't gonna say alpha because alpha and omega, alpha and male is the top and bottom too. If you look into it, the real meaning of it. So the alpha male is the masculinity is a real man. Like sweat on your forehead, you spit phlegm on the street, and your lost was your LOD.
Yeah.
That is the greatest definition.
We're gonna do this.
Heard the mother.
Oh my lord.
A man is like the guy on who builds his own house. What's that show?
Home Improvement. Home Improvement.
Home Improvement. The guy from Tool Time.
Tim Allen.
I'm talking about back in the days where that man built his own house on the
Little House on the Prairie.
The House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Dang,
that's a man. Yeah, that's a man's man.
No debate.
That's a man.
No debate.
The man takes the garbage out and does all of that.
Mr. Ingalls Wilder. Tiptoe.
I wear boots at the beach in Miami.
Facts.
Yes.
And to anyone out there listening, take notes. This is it, the one and only Keith Murray giving you a nice instructions on masculinity. This is a free class on how to be a man right here on the Ryan Show FM. We do have to go to a quick commercial break, but we will return.
Peace.
And there he goes.
He's out of there.
That's Keith it. Keith Murray.
Baby.
At Keith Murray Rap on Instagram. You know him. You've known him from his rap career, Def Squad, soon to be on Adult Swim. If I'm looking into a motherfucking crystal ball.
Let's go, man.
Alright. Repeat this here. At night I can't sleep. I toss and turn. Candlesticks in the dark. Visions of bodies being burned. Four walls closing in, getting bigger. I'm paranoid, sleeping with my finger on the trigger. My mother's always stressing I ain't living right. But I ain't going out without a fight. See, every time my eyes close, I start sweating and blood starts coming out my nose. It's somebody watching the act. but I don't know who it is, so I'm watching my back. I can see him when I'm deep in the covers. When I awake, I hear a car burning rubber. He owns a black hat like I own, a black suit and a cane like my own. Some might say take a chill beat, but I can't, G, cause there's somebody trying to kill me. I'm popping in the clip when the wind blows. Every 20 seconds got me peeping out my window. Investigating the joint for traps, checking my telephone for taps. I'm staring at the woman on the corner. It's messed up when your mind is playing tricks on you.
I make big money, I drive big cars, everybody know me. It's like I'm a movie star, but late at night, something ain't right. I feel I'm being tailed by the same sucker's headlights. Is it that fool that I ran off the block? Or is it that clown last week that I shot? Or is it the one I beat for $5,000? Thought he had cane, but it was gold, metal flower. Reached under my seat, now I'm popping for the suckers. Ain't no use to me lying, I was scared than a monster. Put the left in the Popeyes and Bell Dot quick. If it's going down, let's get it over with. Here they come, just like I figured. I got my hand on a chrome-plated trigger. What I saw, I'll make you start giggling. 3 blind, crippling, crazy senior citizens. I live by the sword. I take my boys everywhere I go, becoming paranoid. I keep looking over my shoulder and peeping around corners. My mind is playing tricks on me.
Day by day it's more impossible to cope. I feel like I'm the one that's doing dope. Can't keep a steady hand because I'm nervous. Every Sunday morning I'm in service, praying for forgiveness and trying to find an exit out the business. I know the Lord is looking at me, but yet and still it's hard for me to feel happy. I often drift when I drive, having fatal thoughts of suicide. Bang and get it over with. And then I'm worry-free, but that's nonsense. I got a little boy to look after, and if I died, then my child would be a bastard. I had a woman down with me, but to me it seems like she was down to get me. She helped me out in this, but to me she was just another chick. Now she's back with her mother. Now I'm realizing that I love her. Now I'm feeling lonely. My mind is playing tricks on me.
This year Halloween fell on a weekend. Me and ghetto boys are trick-or-treating, robbing little kids for bags, till little man got behind our rags. So we speeded up the pace, took a look back, and he was right before our face. We were in for a squabble, no doubt, so I swung and tried to take him out. He was going down, we planned, but this wasn't no ordinary man. He stood about 6 or 7 feet. Now that's the creep I be seeing in my sleep. So we triple teamed on him, dropping them 5th Ward B's on him. The more I swung, the more blood flew. Then he disappeared, and my boys disappeared too. Then I felt just like a fiend. It wasn't even close to Halloween. It was dark as death on the streets. My hands were all bloody from punching on the concrete. Aw, man, homie, my mind is playing tricks on me.
Masterminds, we gonna get this forever. You know, whenever we link up, my nigga, they think that this shit come from outer space or something. Nigga, let's get this money, nigga. Masterminds, ROC, Double MG. Jay, I got it. 4 stacks for the hills on my feet. Car seat still smelling like 10 keys. Tell a plug that I'm looking for an increase. Wingstop, fat boy, need a 10-piece. Say her name in the car start. Switching lane to lane like Walmart. Sipping Bordeaux out in Bordeaux. Has the lights flashing on the Fordo. Switch the Benzo for the Enzo. Back to the Benzo when the Enzo. Switch your old team from a new. Come a new team, something like an info. Oh, the game raw when I came in it. Getting money ever since I came in it. You couldn't stop me if you tried. Mother, cause the devil is a lie. Big guns, big whips. Rich again, talking big. Double cup, gold wrist. Double up on that blow. 2 mil on that I-95. Bow your head cause it's time to pay tithes. Opposition want me dead or alive. Motherfucker, but the devil is alive. The devil is alive. Still I'm the truth. The devil is alive. Still I'm the proof. The devil is alive. The devil is alive. Still I'm alive. The devil is alive. 2 kings on the big screen. They can see the 36 at 16. 100K for the 16. You can stick dirty, but it's clean. My money going on the deep end. Talking $500,000 for the weekend. Contract like a nigga play defense. Curry's in the Maybach, they peeking. Now the bitch want a car hop. 6 trills, 40 cars in the car lot. Dope boys on the gold, looking win gold 6 times for a gold. Looking black bottle in the bad. Club all money where the cash is. Dubai, I can do it like a sheik. Top flow, in the birds and can leave. Big guns, big whips. Rich again, talking big. Double cup, gold wrist. Double up on that blow. 2 mil on that I-95. Bow your head cause it's time to pay tithes. Opposition want me dead or alive. Mother, but the devil is alive. The devil is alive. Still I'm the truth. The devil is alive. Still I'm the proof. The devil is alive. I got him, Ricky. The devil is alive. Still I'm alive. The devil is alive.
It's a true false fiction. It's a true false fiction. It's over AVS. I never fuck with true religion. Am I down with the devil? Come on, roof, come on, missing. Is that Lucifer juice in that 2 cup be sipping that? Do say, baby, welcome to the dark side. Coulda got blacklist for the cracks. Ish white Jesus in my crock pot. Mixed this ish with some soda. Now black Jesus turned water to wine, and all I had to do was turn the stove up. East Coast, winning that life in cheat code. The hating is flaking, hit your free throws. The devil try to hit me with the Rico. Them black people. Devil want these take their own kind. Gotta be the Illuminati if you for the shine. Or it can't be a nigga there for the rich. Or it gotta be the devil, that's it. You seen what I did to the stop and frisk. Brooklyn on the Barney's like we on the ship. Get the money to the hood, now we all win. Got that Barney's floor looking like a VIM. Black hoodie, black Scully. Bravado like Movado, boy, I'm that gully. Getting white money, but I'm still black. All these niggas claiming king, but I'm still lack. King Hova, Mansa, Musa. From a lot of devil was a lie, I'll let you go.
Big guns, big whips. Rich, talking big ish. Double cup, gold wrist. Double up on that blow. 2 mil on that I-95. Bow your head cause it's time to pay tithes. Opposition want me dead or alive. But the devil is alive. The devil is alive. Here come the truth. The devil is alive. Here come the proof. The devil is alive. The devil is alive. Here come alive. The devil is alive.
Church. Young.
And we have returned, folks. I hope you're having a wonderful Halloween. I hope you aren't wiping egg off of your face or off the front of your car. I hope things are going exactly as you planned and that your trick-or-treating went well. That's the point of this great holiday, right? Is to just kind of enjoy yourself and have a good time, let the kids have some fun.
Right.
Man, I've had some good times on Halloween. I've had some really bad ones too. I've had some bad ones. Actually, I remember my first and only DWI, drinking while driving. It was like a night like around Halloween, and everybody. I was at a Halloween party. I was dressed up, and it stands out to me. The reason I didn't tell this story right now is because I remember waking up in the jail cell and looking, forgetting where I was and coming to, and I wake up to crying, to like a grown man crying, and I'm like, what the hell? Why is there a grown man crying? What's going on? And I look up, and it's Spider-Man crying in his cell. Literally crying in his cell. And then Woody the cowboy was in the cell next to him.
Oh, shit.
Happy Halloween. I think it was the night before. I think I woke up on Halloween right there. And you know what? And honestly, I wasn't even driving around that lit, to be honest with you, Mr. Cheeks. It was one of those goddamn checkpoints.
Right.
Checkpoints should be illegal.
Whoa.
You should arrest a cop for getting me for that. That's crazy. You should sue him for that.
Checkpointing.
I know. Screws up me getting into Canada, even still.
Looking for a murderer?
I know, seriously. That's what a checkpoint should be for. Looking for a murderer, like in the movies.
Or somebody got kidnapped, or they picked up their adopted a kid. Don't just do that.
Crazy.
You know the party's down the block.
Instead, they get Spider-Man and Woody.
They call Spider-Man.
Crazy. Well, really quick, before we even go any further, I gotta say, before we break I'm gonna break news right here. The Popeyes chicken sandwich, it's on its way back. I'll let everybody know that it'll be back on November 3rd. This is life-changing news for me and my family, because my family is going to be the one that suffers when I spend half my money, the little money I make, on these goddamn chicken sandwiches. I'll never forget when we were hanging out at Cooler Ruler's studio, and Big T was with us. And Big T was like, oh, don't worry, I'll go and get some Popeyes chicken sandwiches. And by going and get some chicken sandwiches for the 4 or 5 of us that were there, he came back with, 16 chicken sandwiches? He was one that he probably was the one that ruined the chicken sandwich for everybody. Yeah, ordering 16 at a time. Crazy.
This is delicious, though.
They are delicious. They really are. There's a reason why those things sold out. Just chickens everywhere.
What kind of chicken is that they, It's crazy, right?
Chickens everywhere are shaking. Folks, this is the Ryan Show FM. And this is actually where we get to talk about the Ryan Show Artist of the Week, which we're going to do in this very next segment. We're going to announce it now. The Ryan Show Artist of the Week for this week is, insert drum roll here, we will be back.
Hey, yo, what it do, man? It's your man, Mr. Cheeks. You already know this, that make or break segment where we check out the new artists, see how they sound, give them some airplay, get it rocking on the radio. Shout out to all the DJs that's going to get it out there. We make sure it's a pop off.
And the winner of this week's Ryan Show FM Artist of the Week goes to Monster Van Gogh with his new single, Party in Here. Perfect for this Halloween special. Let's go.
Monster, Big Stranger, Donnie D, you're my nigga lot. Yeah, I see it. It ain't a thing for the dog to come through with the ball but jump through and do what the club really love to bump through. With the chicks with jugs gon' haunt you when they want to. Ice gon' bling, that's why we bringing guns through. Listen, I put it down and got my teams and got the Nikes on it. The way I'm touching it, got niggas thinking mics on it. I got weighted and I got right on it. Got Donnie and Stranger to put the bikes, the house, and the lights on it. Cause they know I'm super nice on it. Bought a Bentley coupe, no proof, the roof with the price on it. Lose yourself like Shady, kick it by Maybach bands with interior just like Baby. Picked it, so you know I'm crazy with it. I'ma spit it so you be crazy in love with this record like Jay-Z did it. Just amazing with it, I'm blazing like 108, 7 straight days in the shade, so get it, get it. Bringing naughty back, that pertainer. trade champagne fame and a trainer packing arena. I'm a black entertainer that'll make the Harlem Shake come out looking a little bit like the Macarena. That kind of sick, now ain't I? I hope you ain't a hater, but later I'm leaving with your chicken. That's a no-brainer, and that's with no strain. The way I say it first in the party, they freeze like I'm spitting cocaine. Remember whole names, I'm messing with your brain. Anybody asking you, monster the code name. Running the whole game, they getting the pole, man. I promise you it's no game without a little pain.
And how's that for a Ryan Show Artist of the Week? Music by DJ K Bliss. Folks, this is the Ryan Show FM, the Halloween extra spooky special. Mr. Cheeks, how you feeling this evening?
I'm always ready to go. Just chilling out.
Man, I'm feeling laid back. I'm grooving because in between hearing that Artist of the Week and hearing that new music, you know, we got our smoke on. That's right. And it's brought to you by Dank Cadillac. That's right. When we get our smoke on, when we're on these airwaves, it is brought to you by only Dank Cadillac. And a matter of fact, Cheeks, I'm hosting a show coming up November 9th at the 5 Spot. It's not our usual live broadcast, but it's going to be lit. A huge 420 show. We've got Koopa the Savage. You've actually heard Koopa on our show. He performed on the very first time that we did a show back in Montauk. Koopa came out and performed at the Memory Motel. Well, here, it's come full circle, Cheeks.
Crazy.
420, we got Booby Holiday. He's going to be there performing as well. This is a Melville music production.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
The reason
hanging out with you.
Are you coming through for that?
I might as well, kid.
See that? Mr. Cheeks will be in the house. If you're listening, be sure to put that on the calendar. Jot it down, November 9th, Saturday night at the 5 Spot. It's going down.
So
You guys.
going down to 5 Spot, boy. November 9th, boy, it's going to be a little more special, huh?
And once again, like we said, the 420 is brought to you by Jack Tripper and the Dank Cadillac. And Jack Tripper's actually joined us in studio tonight, Mr. Cheeks. That explains why we're acting so awkward coming back from this break.
Yes, sir. How you doing? How's everything?
Oh, we're doing fantastic. I love the accent that Jack Tripper comes out with.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's a New York accent. Some
That's
people
right.
think it's Italian, but to be honest, it's a New York thing. The 80s, the 90s, this is how people, real New Yorkers spoke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree. That is the actual New York accent. Cheeks and I talk about it all the time, how things are becoming less and less New York.
Yes.
Mr. Cheeks is a true New York rapper.
Yes. Love Cheeks. Love his music.
Appreciate it, man.
He's a legend, man. He's a legend.
Putting that work in since day one. Let's go.
So, you know, it's a blessing to be sitting here with him. And him, you know, trying to Dank Cadillac and, you know, enjoying the best infused foods that we do, you know?
So, infused foods. First off, before we get into more about the Dank Cadillac, I love the name, the Dank Cadillac, by the way.
Yeah.
Are you riding around a Cadillac?
Man, I've been riding around Cadillac since I was like 19, bro.
Oh, it's a signature.
When I was 17, I had a Buick Riviera.
Nice.
And ever since then, it's been Cadillacs.
That's it. Making that money, flipping them things, making them Cadillacs.
And keeping it dank, baby.
Keeping it dank. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes,
so, that being said, infused food. We've all had medicated brownies, medicated, treats and cookies, medical marijuana.
Yes.
Is there a difference between the usual store-bought medicated brownies and what you're calling infused foods?
Yes. Well, if you're getting your stuff from California, you're getting your stuff from Colorado, you're getting your stuff from dispensaries, you're not getting the full effect. Because the laws out there only allow you to a certain percentage of THC in your foods. So here, we don't work for no dispensaries. We do it on our own, and we keep the milligrammage popping. You know what I'm saying? We keep it high.
Popping. All right.
And these are for like real edible consumers.
Now you say real edible consumers. Like, does that worry you about people that aren't real edible consumers and they go for one of your crazy ass edibles and are knocked out for 3 days?
It's funny. I've had people call me, "How do I cut this shit?"
Cutting edibles.
I said down
with milk, of course.
No, I said down a beer as fast as you can.
Down a beer. That's some expert medical advice.
Then she says, "I don't have beer." She says, "I don't have beer." I said, "So drink a glass of milk." She goes, "I'm lactose intolerant." I was like, "Well, I can't help you." Click.
Almond milk, dummy.
People ignorant. She knows who I'm talking about. Shout out to her. How you doing?
Oh no. Let's hope. We have somebody walking in studio right now. Oh, I should have figured as much.
I'm off. Let's go, man. You're going out tonight, buddy.
We heard him trampling down the stairs, getting closer and closer. Enter stage left, the socialite, Hamptons Dave.
Hamptons Dave is here.
The one and only.
And there,
It's
we can
been
edit all
exciting.
this, make him right in. Look at this. Better late than never. Would you believe it? Hampton's Dave, the socialite, has
You're never
arrived.
late when you roll at your own time.
That's right. You can't get mad at him, see? As you see, we have Jack Tripper in studio here tonight. Big show coming up on November 9th. Have you ever had any infused food? We're talking about the difference between medical brownies and medicated, the basic edibles that we eat. I'm looking around here. There's probably some gummies somewhere around here. These things have already knocked my socks off. But actual infused food, because there's a difference. I also heard a rumor that tonight, Halloween, and whenever we're going to be throwing events at Soul Exchange Bistro 2, we're going to be infusing the food. So
Right
tell
out
us,
the kitchen.
Right out the kitchen. How are we going to be infusing the food? What does that mean exactly?
Hey, it depends what they want. You can put it in the oil. You can put it in VG. There's various ways of doing it. You know what I mean? There's butter. There's coconut oil. Hey, it depends what the recipe calls for.
So by infuse, what do you mean? Do you take like an actual syringe and suck up the weed butter and then stick it in the turkey and
That's one way of doing it.
Oh, so that is technically a way to infuse.
That's one way of doing it, yes.
What are some other ways to infuse?
You could do it from scratch. You make your tinctures, you add it to your brownie mix, you add it to your gummy mix, your lollipops. VG, you add it to your drinks, your coffee. MCT oil, you use that for drops. That put it on your tongue, it goes right to your system. So there's various ways, various strains. You got sativas, you got hybrids, you got indicas. I was just telling you earlier, they got some new shit now called Gorilla Nuts. How crazy is that? These names, unicorn farts.
That's where Gorilla Glue comes from. Where do you think it comes from, Dave?
Yo, unicorn farts. You got to hear these names
Unicorn
nowadays.
farts.
Cheetah piss.
Cheetah piss.
Yeah, it's like what the f*** is
Piss
going
is
on?
Cheetah piss is good.
It's like some super duper shit. You've come a long way with the weed from growing it on a mountain, which you still can't. But people do it indoor. It's like 100 times more potent because what they're doing is they're power growing it. It's like shooting steroids directly into the roots, as opposed to first you got to feed the ground and then the roots eat off the ground. You're cutting the process and you're just shooting them up.
Would you consider that cheating?
No, I just consider that, you're doing your thing.
Doing your thing. There we go.
You're doing your thing.
Doing your thing. In the words of Jack
people,
Tripper.
It's like people, they want to go organic. People,
or the opposite. The opposite of organic.
Yeah, it's crazy. Some people use bat guano. Some people use, just liquids. Some people use all types of stuff.
You mentioned earlier that not all of the weed edibles you make will make you go to sleep. Some of the ones will make you stay up. You say that some with sativa, I guess,
Yeah,
are
those
so
are called
strong they'll make you.
sativas.
It's like you've drank a pot of coffee and you run around cleaning the house.
Yeah. There's two different types. Well, now there's three. The first one's sativa, which is like drinking a cup of coffee. That, and then you start thinking weird thoughts, and you go to work happy, and you don't fall asleep, and you're good. Indicas is like you have a 10-hour nice nap, sleep all night, rest comfortably. You wake up, you smoke an indica, you go back to sleep. And indicas are used more at night to go to sleep for athletes, for people with insomnia. People with medical, they need to go to
So the
sleep.
sativa ones, there really shouldn't be a problem with you driving then if it doesn't knock you out.
Nah.
I don't see it being a problem.
We'll get there quicker.
See that?
Yeah.
Well, that being said, I've never experienced it. I'm like a huge fan of weed edibles. I eat weed edibles all the time. I ate them a few minutes ago. But I'm about to fall asleep. It
Yeah, they
happens to me
kill me.
every time. Like,
Edibles.
I don't know what kind of sativa it is that you're making your weed edibles with, but
What sativas are like?
I need to try
strains.
them. Honestly, I need to try these sativa edibles to
Yeah.
see if it's real.
Definitely.
I'll try them right here on air on the Ryan Show FM, and I'll let the fans know if it's real.
Yeah.
And speaking of, the fans are listening right now. Where can they find you on Instagram? I'm sure they want to see what Dan Cadillac's all about, purchase some of these amazing infused sweet treats.
We're on the gram. You could just punch Dank Cadillac on the gram, by me, Jack Tripper. And, you can see what I have. You could probably ask me for a menu. I'll send it to you. I got to screen your ass first. And then other than that, you're Gucci.
How do you determine whether or not somebody is trouble coming your way? When you
Well,
screen
you know
them?
what, though? Like, honestly, most of the people I've met that are edible and weed consumers are friendly people like us. There's no raging people, you're not, basically gamers, basically people who just sit home, watch TV with their family, studio. I'm about to, for all you studios out there, music studios, I'm going to start dropping off little refrigerators, Dank Cadillac refrigerators full of Dank Cadillac variety drinks. And I'll be coming back at the end of the week to restock you and get my money.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
More importantly, get that money though.
Nah, but I want to
cash on delivery.
Yeah, I want people to enjoy it. I want people to really, if you're drinking a weed drink, I want you to really have a weed drink.
Of course.
I don't want you to get stuff from that Weed World truck on West 3rd Street and 6th Avenue selling lollipops.
That's going to hit you hard, though. A weed drink. It's one thing to eat the weed food. It slowly digests. A weed drink?
Yeah.
Have the whole city looking like zombies.
Oh, yeah, it could happen. See, people ain't up on it yet. Once it really hits, there's going to be a lot of zombies.
As we hear the police or something going by outside.
They got my location. I got to get out of here.
Thanks for coming and joining us in studio. Jack Tripper, The Ryan Show is proudly sponsored by Dan Cadillac. That's right.
That's it.
Oh, and I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, please.
11-9, they called me up, Melville Music, to host their show. So if anybody's around town and you guys want to come get some of that Dan Cadillac experience, come by and enjoy the show. Melville Music's hired
That's
us
it.
for that night.
Go check him out. He's going to be there. I was listening to ESPN. They've got sponsors like that sell chocolate-covered peanuts. Well, we're not ESPN, all right? We're brought to you by Dan Cadillac.
That's it.
And, get the good stuff from them, okay? This is The Ryan Show FM with the Socialite. Finally in studio.
That's it.
Wow, guys,
In
it's been a
studio.
while since the three of us have been together.
It's a special night.
Love that. It's good to be back. Everybody out there, Boston, everywhere else. Hopefully we're still in the Bahamas. Shout out to Trunk Bangers.
Trunk Bangers or Trump Bangers?
Trunk Bangers.
Oh, no, we lost our ties.
We don't bang with them. They banged out.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, we know what they did. They took advantage of our friend Big Lito, trying to scam him.
Yeah.
Bunch of scammers over in the Bahamas. But that's a story for another time. Actually, Big Lito is coming in studio with
I
us.
want to hear about that. That was a good beef going on.
All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a little prelude right now to what's going on next week. Trunk Bang is going to return. He's making his return. He's got words for Big Lito. That's right. We're having the official Trunk Bang is calling. Big Lito is going to be in studio for that. So something to look forward to. The beef is real. But we're gonna have some music by DJ K Bliss in the meantime. Thanks again, Jack Tripper, for pulling up
Thank you
with
for
us.
having me, guys. You guys are the best.
Thank you for pulling up.
We try. folks. This is the Ryan Show FM, and we'll be back.
It's the Ryan Show.
What's up, everyone? Cooper the Savage here. I'm about to put you on to a show that's being thrown November 9th by Melville Music at 459 Myrtle Ave at the 5 Spot in Brooklyn, New York. Let me tell you guys, this is going to be one hell of a night. There's going to be all-star DJ lineup, some of the wildest bands and greatest rappers. Sponsored by Dank Cadillac. If you know, you know. 420 friendly atmosphere. It's going to be great vibes, nice drinks, and even better music. Come through and have a great time.
Hey, you want this? It's that Guito, Cali, boom. I don't need Dom Perignon, I don't need Chris. Tanqueray, Alizé, I don't need this. I'm high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I stay high all the time, and I'm on some hood shit. Need some gold, purple haze, and some chocolate. Give me a Dutch and a lighter, I spark this shit. And stay high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I'm high all the time, and I'm on some hood shit. Every time I roll up, they can tell I roll up. Then I tell them, hold up, you ain't getting money, you ain't smoking in my Benzo. 20-inch Lorenzo, smoking a window. High as a motherfucker, I be on the back streets. Niggas know I clap heat. Only if you got beef, man, you better holler at me. Niggas get locked up, stabbed up, shot up. Every time I pop up, a lot going on in my hood. I shoot the dice, I holler, get them girls. Daddy need new shoes. Daddy need Pirellis that look mean on 22. Stash box, Xbox, laptop, fax machine, phone. Bulletproof this dish and I'm gone. 2003 Suburban swerving. Too many sips of Henny. The D's sick, they searched the whip and they can't find the semis. They was just harassing me cause they know who I was. Spent the night in Central Brooklyn smoking some bud. Dom Perignon, I don't need Chris. Tanqueray, Alizé, I don't need this. I'm high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I stay high all the time, and I'm on some hood shit. Need some gold, purple haze, and some chocolate. Give me a Dutch and a lighter, I spark this shit. And stay high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I'm high all the time, and I'm on some hood shit. Now if you heard I done started some ish, it ain't because I be high, I be high, I be high. And if you heard I done let off a clip, it ain't because I be high, I be high. But I twist that la 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 la. I get high as I want and go against me for show years ago and I don't smoke to calm my nerves, but I got beef. Finna crush my enemies like I crushed the ass sheets. If you love me, tell me you love me. Don't stare at me, man. I hate to be in the pins clapping one of my fans. Now let me show you how to greet me when you meet me, when you see me. If you're real, man, you know how to holler G-Unit. There's no competition, it's just me. 50 Cent, motherfucker, I'm hot on these streets. If David could go against Goliath with a stone, I could go at Nas and Jigga, both for the throne. I don't need Dom Perignon, I don't need Chris. Tanqueray, Alizé, I don't need this. I'm high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I stay high all the time, and I'm on some hood shit. Need some gold, purple haze, and some chocolate. Give me a Dutch and a lighter, I spark this shit. And stay high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I'm high all the time, and I'm on some hood shit. Now who you know besides me who write lines and squeeze nines and have hoes in the hood sniffing on white lines? You don't want me to be your kid's role model. I teach him how to bump them 380s and load up them hollows. Have shorty fresh off the stoop, ready to shoot. Big blunt in his mouth, deuce in his boot. Sit in the crib sipping Guinness, watching Menace, then oh lord. Have a young buggin' buckin' shit like he old dog. My team, they depend on me when it's crunch time. I eat it, buggin' food in broad day like it's lunchtime. You feeling brave, buggin', go ahead, get gully. See if I'm gonna leave your brains leaking up out your scully. I done made myself hot, so ain't this shit could tell me. Now niggas calling me the feature, man, off your money. I ain't hurtin', I'm alright, and I'm doing good. I ain't got the right rhymes, I got bricks in the hood. I don't need Dom Perignon, I don't need Chris. Tanqueray, Alizé, I don't need this. I'm high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I stay high all the time, and I'm on some hood shit. Need some gold, purple haze, and some chocolate. Give me a Dutch and a lighter, I spark this shit. And stay high all the time, I smoke that good shit. I'm high all the time, and I'm on some hood shit. G-Unit, are you ready? G-Unit, are you ready? G-Unit, are you ready? Whether it's ready or not, here I come.
all good things must come to an end. Yes, even this radio program, Hamptons Dave.
This is a quick one for me.
I mean, you're in and out, but at least you got here. Better late than never. And to see all three of us in studio.
I'm sure I'll get a letter from the higher-ups.
A letter from the higher-ups? Who are the higher-ups at this point? Dan Cadillac? Who's keeping these lights on, damn it?
Holy shit.
Oh, my Lord. Well, Mr. Cheeks is going to be in Philadelphia this weekend, and I'm going to be there, too, this Friday night. You can see live on our Instagrams exactly where we're going to be in Philadelphia. Follow me at The Ryan Show, and follow Mr. Cheeks. Cheeks, where can they find you? Your real account.
The real Mr. Cheeks, 132. Or you can hit me on that promo page, Mr. Cheeks Lost Boys. Bing.
I don't know. I gotta
That's
say,
Instagram.
I love Cheeks' promo page. Cheeks' promo page is good, but I don't follow Cheeks' promo page because it's not Mr. Cheeksy enough. I know you know what I'm talking about, Mr. Cheeks. It's just flyers. Like, the reason I follow Mr. Cheeks is because I like the video posts, like the random anti-Trump posts, anti-tight jean wearing posts. That's a good Instagram,
Love
right?
that.
That's the best part about Cheeks' Instagram.
The ASAP Rocky one was good.
The ASAP Rocky post, like, that was a good post, Cheeks.
Yes, sir.
Classic.
Love that.
We were actually asked today. We were on a show. What do they call it? The Compound
Yeah,
Media
so that- how
Network
was that?
today. It was good. We were at the Compound Media Network. They asked Cheeks and I what we liked and what we didn't like about Instagram. They were really anti-Instagram, but I mean, yet I guarantee you, all these guys just spent all day on Instagram.
All day on Instagram.
They're kidding, right?
Who's anybody kidding?
Right. So on that note, guys, follow us at The Ryan Show FM. Leave your comments. Tell us what you think about the episode. Get your Dan Cadillac, because you know
That's
that
it.
we're brought to you by Dan Cadillac now. A great company. You know what I'm saying? They talk about Starbucks being so great to their employees. I think that Dan Cadillac might be even better to their employees. Because they're really good to us, all right? You can hear it.
You can hear it. Yeah, look, Ryan can't even finish the outro. It's been a good night.
Thank you so much for listening. Have an amazing Halloween. Oh, you know what? Before we wrap this up, Hamptons Dave, is there anything that you'd like to say in regards to those that are celebrating Halloween out there? We spoke a lot. We had Keith Murray calling earlier. Tell us about TPing houses. Are there any good or bad stories that you want to leave off with really quick before we get on out of here?
Just like egging. I don't know if you brought up Mount Misery growing up, how that was. Like, it was a war zone out there. You didn't go to this one part of our neighborhood you would never think. People throwing potatoes in socks and launching it at you. Paintballing people. Yeah, sniping out on roofs and paintballing people.
All that we'll get arrested for now.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, that's what we didn't get to wrap things up with. We spoke earlier in the episode about all these degenerate activities that we were doing and wondering why it hasn't happened to us yet. But it's because there are cameras everywhere, and you're going to get caught and go to jail for egging somebody. You're going to get put on somebody's Snapchat or somebody's Instagram story running away. That's it.
Too bad.
I remember being a kid.
It's for the love of the game.
I remember we dug out a trench.
Freeze the eggs first, everybody out there. That's how you.
That
That's how you cause damage. Hard-boiled eggs.
Hit by egg, scramble.
Yep, scrambled eggs. Fresh off the frying pan.
Oh, man. Everybody, keep your head down. Be safe out there. Have a very happy Halloween and an even more mischievous mischief night.
Turn up. I love Halloween also. Let me say, I love the ladies out there. They just go for the most ridiculous outfits they could possibly wear. I went to a nice Halloween party on Sunday.
What do you say? What outfit are you talking
Started at 8 in the morning.
A party started at
8 in the morning.
And
Went till about 6.
The next day?
Yeah, no, like the
6
afternoon. Yeah, 6 p.m.
You never know with the hams, Dave. I was going to say.
I guess the afternoon,
Yeah. I was in the zone as myself.
You
I'll dress up.
You're looking at me and it's like you're staring through me, saying you're in the zone. Like you're recalling like some sort of a sports story.
I was
where you,
thinking
like,
about it.
scored
I
100
know.
Points. What do you mean you're in the zone? What did you do at the Halloween party?
A lot. What didn't I do?
Out there socializing, having
That's
a good
it.
time. I can't even blame him. Man, you can't get that stuff at Dan Cadillac.
They had some of that too. Not the dank Cadillac, but we were rolling up.
There we go. Good. Well, you know what?
No,
One thing he knows is how to have a good time.
That's it. Socialiting. Soul Exchange Bistro. I'm ready for this.
He's a professional socialite. He has a good time and he gets paid for it. And you could too, kids. Now get that mask on and go out there and trick or treat. You know what? Actually, when this episode wraps up, it will no longer be Halloween, but the party will just be getting started at the Soul Exchange Bistro. So meet us there. Soul Exchange Bistro, 233 Darty Boulevard in Inwood, New York. Hams Dave, let's get it going. I'll see you there.
Let's go. Turn up.
Happy Halloween, everybody. We'll see you soon.
What up, everybody? Before we close out, man, a big shouts out to the Ryan Show. What up, Ryan? Mr. Cheeks. Shout out to the OG, man, in the game. Eric Sermon, the Green Eye Bandit. That's throwback for your ass, man. Hey, man, they had some hot tracks on there tonight, man. It was going down, a little bit of elevation and understanding about this mischief night of Halloween yesterday. Hey, man, everybody be safe. We got a lot of things coming up, man. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all check out that Money Be My Pet Lil Kano album in stores already with Dex Banger. It's going down for them boys. Hey, man, we do have plenty of marketing plans for you guys. Hit us up. 844-837-3458. Extension 2. Plug Me In Radio, Plug Me In TV. You want to get your videos on. You want to get your movies. You want to get your visual podcast. Hey, man, link up with me, man, if you want me to repost your show through Plug Me In Radio. Hey, man, rates are inexpensive. We're trying to help everybody. We're just trying to build. We're trying to make a little something for everybody, man. Hey, we all about sharing the wealth. We're all about promoting, supporting everyone. No big eyes and little U's in the game. You know, shout out to Just Be You for having us out. Shout out to Street 100, Core 94, Street 1, Heat, Hush Radio. Oh, man, there's so many out there, man, that show love in the street. Fire and my boy over there. What is it? 93. It's so many out there, man. The list goes on. Shout out to all the magazine out there doing their thing for the community, for the artists. You ought to support your media, man. Support your media. Without us, there's no you. Without you, there's no us. We're here for each other, man. Y'all do what it do. And guess what, man? Plug Me In Radio once again, man. We out.
Lil Kano on the track. Come on, Plug Me In Radio. Y'all better get ready. Tune in. It's about to go down. Plug Me In Radio. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, love. You listen to Plug Me In. Plug Me In Radio. See, you listen to Plug Me In. Plug Me In. See, you listen to Plug Me In. Plug Me In Radio. You tune in to Plug Me In. Plug Me In. Run it. Plug Me In. Plug Me In Radio. Plug Me In. Plug Me In. See, you listen to Plug Me In. Plug Me In Radio. Plug Me In. Plug Me In. Oh, Lil Kano homeboy in the building. Yeah, you know on your podcast. Verdict Studios in the mix, get your press kit right on your fix. They was looking at me cause they know the mix. It be off the chain, can't no wanna We be worldwide, better check the stack. Go on, get the camera, callers, bring them back. She done dropped it down, laying on the back. She done made a dance, shawty, where you at? Homie, worldwide, yeah, that's straight fact. Get your social media on track. Better keep your radio on max. When you hear this, you gon' love that. Can't no get it how we live it, what it does that. You can come and get a street and make a buzz back. They be talking about they got it, better get racks. You be messing with the man, you better have racks. Out of cash, they be ducks like air flat. Like the guy called man with a half tag. With a plug me in radio, better get it together. You're messing with a man like God. Plug me in, radio. See you listen to. Plug me in, plug me in. See you listen to. Plug me in, radio. You tuning in too. Plug me in, run it. Plug me in, radio. Plug me in. See you listen to. Plug me in, radio. Plug me in. Oh, run it.
Thank y'all for joining in to Plug Me In Radio. You can follow me on Instagram at Plug Me In Radio. Plug Me In Radio 1 on Twitter. Plug Me In Radio on YouTube, Facebook. Hey man, tune in every Friday. And guess what, man? We just might have a little listening party coming soon for y'all, man. So all you artists, man, that want to get your tracks out, want to get some of your music played, man, DM me, hit me up, call us at 844-837-3458, Main Verdict Studios. We in the building. Let's get your music heard. Peace and good night.